rejected ballot, about 316 or so. Constitute about 2.5% of the vote or the total vote that was casted. I mean, and it's a worship we year party. The third force in the banks were better, and yes, say. But near I was a man who come the rejected ballot. We share 2020 election year. Savannah was the highest regional recorded rejected ballot, which is 4.6% of their vote. Savannah region, no about Northeast, 4.5, Upper East, 4.5, now about Upper West, 4.2. Oh, and it's maybe a political party. Almost is in or was David and so was away. No one yet. No mean who say Hanomon and name the stronghold. Savannah, which was likely to be for NDC. I was even a investor because 4.6% of the votes are rejected. It is reducing my vote. All other things being equal. And he also may invest data when also to me guide me. Partner may invest how to educate them. And I say, my parliamentarians and parliamentarians or more parliamentarians to force the EC to do the job. So EC and I said the NCC in we have representative in parliament. Me Pesenka, Savannah region, MP no on the fato no say I will make sure say the next election will not record 4.6 rejected ballot. The ocean in a greater crap and as and we are 1.3% of the vote that were casted in 2020.
Now 1.3 in the campo. The was 0.80.
Exactly.
Andrew one.
And as we at the political party, also number one, Omutumi use their power in parliament and force NCC, EC, voter education. So, because no court to send consequence of our car. Now, Savannah, 4.6%. Yes, regional numbers now. In 2020, I got 4.6%. In the register, 298,402. Now, 4.6%. And I got to ourselves. There's a Ushima. Greater Crown of Crown as Akamo, 3.5 million. I'm Cosa 4.6%. Yeah. There's a Ushima about Matuguno.
And yes, I'm good.
And if I register, I'm to be at 13,000. Yes. 726. 13,000. The Nipa 13,000. Ya pass or more.
What did you say? Even in the reports are not rejected here. There will be one of my sheets, you know. 1-2 arm NC baby. Was I affording or the baby? I was, I think, last but one. And to what say presidential, I'm called 2 years and I'm parliamentary. Or what if I mean, now I not a parliamentary needed be a kind of so then by this time I was saying, none of them still everyone said no demon about 2 and no 2 first one were one parliamentary. And two results were and exactly. I'm also 1/4
two first one in also two presidential or the cotton. Now, your son was a budget because you're first in the crowd. China Bay, I won't confuse you to the same box.
In the case scenario, I'm saying I make 2 years or 2 presidents and I'm friends or my friend. So, and the easy one go no more almost the more shell, so what 2 younger from at the parliamentary. So I'm on Jennifer. Well, and the water education is very, very important.
And there's a possibility to say the focus no A be a presidential. That's we are parliamentary. Robert me at us was saying,
but Dr. Chianka, you say, I feel about say voter party no, say Nimi about who's a yet to a and Tibane, but the must want to for your results a picky banner. But you see.
be nipa be 5 o man to kra kan na nka bi spoil ballot wa to one to ni and I say do okro ya no get tinti obi e na de ya titi bia one to kra
any na dog be kan no say obi wo no man conscience no is what ko jiska obi and there has nothing to do with that
say obi o ha no you can't say one to amanya na one to kra so so one to kra so
so no jisika nti
now sorry to take you back na mo can third force yeah for me and baby the two big parties you know Momo me yi adwin fi so say omo ankasa so support to other smaller parties yeah IPAC. Come on, you check from IPAC. You call IPAC two positions. NDC position and MPP position. And no more can tell much.
Until we 12 many people opposition.
What you say?
Okay.
It is all kinds of third force. On one case, also, Mount crime, I'm third force.
Look, we see the all kinds, but someone's winning the purpose to say the Great Alliance or my movement alliance or my we need pay womb, Roland, could you say my to rap a ceremony idea? It is almost so send point to me, and it doesn't mean say these two NDC MPP omudo manu omwana omo atwetwe omo ewe na moment twinya sankabo because mo obi so rala ngoni chama toni MPP enya anantiana wajali di kan de to so mienu ni nti se wajai na okona ne wakote ne party na wakofre ni pe bia omo so efo so mbetumi na ya den no ntumi no omo ntena obi fo bebo na so na ndi oye no ebeje egu
Nyamembe mayankwama the next election no me
no you say that we say
some me you are not say Nyamembe mayankwa ama the next election 2028 the next election starts from tomorrow I don't know about that election is a process or an event enti yenya to ya wi niama mi hu o me phone so nye nyina metumi aka me pesa me verify me say and e bi hu to be na acha by 10 pm
I know how that would go what do we
fortunately for me a lot of areas are me checking niama ayehu pa some the big names are the next election say you be party executives yes share na no be almost presidential candidate or share for the nkofo it is say some 12 a year omoka mudum as a movement
yeah
are they willing so mbesa come ho be ma for the next election and after election we are no there is no event the conscious effort
and I say the person be doing this
we oha 2 minutes or pay
okay
tell us yen kan hu se akukọ ne ntakra na ma ne yakese
okay
it is
since you na mapata
it is a wusu sen wa nye nipa an kata wusu ana nka hu a entina me boni dia president Kufo or say it does not matter who you are a MPP made me who I became
okay
it is a political party not you as a person because e ka hu a sabi ka hu obi a it is a man common with unity with a common purpose say you will be busy and so and a project into the next 4 years you know then here constituency by constituency you are region by region near the structures proper structures out of here can say much as many party as them was there and they did a young fire hunkobo who can you continue obey.
Okay.
See how he gathered the youth and almost everybody said, Papa is my okay dear. Now, service about trouble, say, and as a sampan, you didn't win the election there because you don't have a president, I have former president.
You just said that say, dear Yafia say you figures if you see one. Say one gather Bibia and also be an idea one down.
Say that then the next election was
yeah. Maybe something yes, politics.
Are they?
So I be then on Famra.
Now, all quiet campaign now to make our national television say, some more control about moving and little me. Are you serious? What? I think you should say, what's the move for about young and little me? Okay.
ọmọ mo wọ sori nyinaa obi baabi ẹbi si ẹkyẹnyi narrative ne sẹ okọ a menkan 8 no hwehwẹ akatawia no sisi ọmọ sọfọ sẹ
nti ọsọ ne tiri mi
media interaction the spokesperson the team no pa we end up so wow fantastic how to say ideas no ho ne mo kwan ne ko di wachi for the aba be ye juma yes enye nko a political party e ku na ye kan ho ambo so what you say what kind Alan Martin document fantastic Alan document na ekwan ben na wo fa so wa be di enkonim na ade enu akwa ye juma si ya nwene wo sa ne e be se be wi ase nya se nyina me de kura me metunye bibia na ho na ebu am akwaji tumi na ade be ye juma na ye was secondary school yes we ever say so kids we say me wo milk I wan ya me say meja wo fi as one fast what they say milk na wo ja wo fi e then ye dey fry secondary school it is now what do you do enti let's put our ego aside
okay
ni ye say nempo o kan say ahase no okay na kumia be kan TV so mamudi na tem say anka obeti ase anka Alan enko advice na ba omia enko advice na mamudi na tem
me say about any me ba honum na sabre National Democratic Congress or more press conference madaroma mama yeda en woni ko makache be say abasisia.
Fellow comrades, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Today, but the decision doesn't end with voting at polling stations, the sorting of ballot papers, the counting of the ballot papers, and the declaration of results at polling stations. The election is a process. What so is just one element of that process. And declaration at polling stations, the supporters of the party are supposed to accompany the EC officials together with the electoral materials, especially the ballot box, to various coalition offices of the EC or coalition centers of the Electoral Commission. In all 200 constituencies, there are designated places, coalition centers. The stage we have got into at the moment. This is where every Ghanaian, especially NDC supporters and sympathizers, must in our polling agents and observers and security teams to accompany EC officials with various ballot boxes and electoral materials to various EC constituency coalition centers. Listening to this address on behalf of the leader and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on behalf of the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, make your way to your coalition center, where at the polling station, at the declaration, I'm sure you are by now following the ballot box and other electoral materials to the EC coalition center in your constituency, the constituency. If you are not at the polling station and you're hearing this message, wherever you are in your constituency, this is the time for you to play. Voted, have been counted, and declared at the polling. Now you have the responsibility to protect those votes. And so this new stage of constituency coalition is of utmost importance to all of us. And our leader, all of us to stop the jubilation until results are duly collated, declared at the constituency coalition centers, the results forms at the constituency coalition centers duly filled and signed by the various party coalition agents, and our agent giving his or her copy. You don't jubilate. You only jubilate after the results have been declared, agents have signed, or better still, our agent has had the official certified copy of the results so by the Electoral Commission at the Constituency Collation Center. This is the reason for this press conference. And please, when the results is duly declared and we get a copy of the results form as required by law, ensure that the results as declared is posted at the Constituency Collation Center. You take your phones, you take pictures of that as evidence. It is very important that we all do that. We also want to put all our agents, our executives, from the branch level to the ward level to the constituency level to the regional level and the national level on high alert. The NPP is desperate, and when you're dealing with a group of people who are vicious, and that time you need to be careful. You need to remain vigilant until the last vote is counted and the results is finally declared by the returning officer for the presidential election at the national level. We have picked intel that the NPP has now activated the machinery to its full potential. In the next couple of minutes, and in fact they have already started to be engaging, or they will be trying to snatch ballot boxes and swap ballot boxes. They will be trying to swap pink sheets. They will be trying to use their thugs to manipulate the outcome of the election results at Echiman South in 2020. Don't forget. And so let's all remain vigilant. This is not the time for celebration. We all know the outcome, and the time for celebrating that outcome will soon come. But for now, we need to work. We need to be vigilant. And so if you're listening to me now, please go to your constituency collation center now. And all our party supporters, those who are in the position to defend and protect our agents and officials, please move to the constituency collation centers now. And let's ensure that the process will be peaceful and the will of the people as expressed in all the over 40,000 police stations is what will count and stand at the end of the day. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Now I'll do a brief summary in the P language. And by extension, Ghana for you this uncle in the say. But one, yatwa about one and bread down one. I think if it is in Rubia. This is not the time where we say we are in this senior crew, so this is not the time when you're as time for celebration. Because you need more, you need mujina. America, this is the time when almost mudin chuno. If it is person almost snatching ballot boxes. Almost almost say processing in many places. Almost almost attacking NDC supporters with trafua or matitiomo, no mama too. This is not the time for celebration. Baby, a real police station, a constituency collation center. And when you have police stations, result various police stations in Abo. Near Cambo Muya, about to commission, 20 results no atudwa amobiate. Iwie near the boom crata suma agents in the almost a chassis. My agents in Sakan copy we are. And no, they will be to me at Juani, no one celebrating. But until then, don't be jubilation mode. It's a more mutie. So now police station and your Boba Bana. I was a agents, any NDC observers, number deep ballot box, nechi. Just say bedroom constituency collation center and 10. My boss said, process no baby bibi ballot box e mai
you will say for share decision time sabre NDC for akache ni kopi mu hono no semi jamfi na wo address na chidifo nyina wo se sabre nye bre a wo te dase abrawa no ma okra so na wo de na da bi mama jubilate o wo se wo sremu. This is the time where as a coalition centers ni nyina mudi chi ne trede na mo kopi mu hono na mo ko bie mu ni na mo hwe de ekoso ni nyina na mentre figure so ya wini on hwe ya asabi obi dia sokwa e ba beda na mo chenchena enti obi bia nkono nko gina wono na mo hwe na sade enemesi koma wo mo no wa hwe ya ebi before lucy no mo de afa ho no makwa ye o munya nkamade ni bio na je so mo ba be smachi ade ne for mo nsem debi o so mo percent wo sre sa bredi o ba ya oba na sumdue mo se mo kono so no enye se mo ko akwakoye tutrosem mo nko na sumdue ajobre mo de munye di na mo ngina obata mo make sure say de be koso e coalition centers ni nyina no e ya dia e koso tote ne kwan so enye se obi be fa kwan bi so no de ketase sedwurim ne proye bi be koso debi nti wonde oba ya o si ni titi mo o sre mo nyina mo nko na mo nko bi mo ni na mo hwe de e koso da say die the worker no esidi ashana from mama eni me koyi edemasa ena samije mfi eka me ba me studio ha se ya me wo empayinfo me no ena me nwa ba me animado eka me ho a ye guswa di komo decision time aha ena Ghana ni wi ese fa na nyina eti na se de city no so sa pepepe ena ye de ebebremo to mami bisa bo me no bia betimi afa asamo a samije mfi eken eye adia so obi NDC ni a obenya rehemu se ene ne ekoma nana
okay o say Ghana ha ya to abama obi ewini by 3 votes into ne FN MP3 obi to win election by 1 vote majority
eba parliamentary
hon na prepare no one into oh mawini mahubida omo tif sikromo ji omani ya mba esi yansan kan ni biu ya kan ni biu no na ni ono so wi na ni de no so ati we yamba show enti there's only one place collation center and now polling centers ni nyina ya kan ya wie ni adaba collation center ye wie na electoral commission officer no ono ese makani nyina bom anima do wunya 14 ochiri wunya 13 ni wie ni esan a eno de egotua nsikrum akwajubility na until that time because emra no kura ma ho kwan say polling station ho no say ye kan wie na ne wanya no obonyu so a ye betumi asa kan ni o
okay doc bema wa home so na yakọ Cheryl ano ho no ne ya nya ne tie wo ayo so central say EC officials electoral niema omude coalition center ho no sabre ni ntime ho ase bi akoso aba ma block kwan so omomomba so what me ka me wa kwa ba hello Cheryl Tinka. Okay, unfortunately, Melusi Nuti, Ashfo, Yensa kind of pet Ebeko na yeti the Ecoso, or dog.
And quickly, no, say police for 80 and more. I'll say they have to intervene.
No, correct.
No, beyond from Ranko Shen some say, yeah, the papers no coalition center. Now, see what block a crime. Then I'll be easy. Police station police centers I can't even as of now. Okay, a few minutes ago, make I say, political party is serious, no. By now, there's because police centers no door swam, ya teacher kitty, I can't even have you, nipa or agents, and the Adebano, and not all software, no, would you go.
Okay, Dr. Besaba will be Cheryl Aquaba. Okay, yes, why I was central. Maintain me once because to say the city or
because the police siren, what is a siren bar? No more the name of panel, no more na siren no come pet, none of finance. So far, for the past 3 minutes, siren is true. because we want to say okofo mpe ntokwa besi na di said ntokwa ne ba ne say statisi alaje na meka alaje chance de fe ne CD junction na honum na ballot papers ni bi no ye dey ba collection center which is APTC na yana mkwansi de ba ne mu so motor riders be bring abe blocky road no ade omuso mo gade papers no mo gade papers so mo blocky pass e be so mo po akọ na a police phone bi omo ka car no esisi pom say omo commander so mo gina ho stand for more than 20 minutes it is 20 minutes dey no and omo ti ase na ti ase ni say omo be di echi aba APTC no identity omo course e course omo nsem if you have banana motor ni di echi give it to APTC some 5 minutes. I give it to APTC. Who say voters are voting during the day. I the good kind of they break to kind of one way. Who go buy one way. Now yeah, you can ballot papers. Make a more de ballot papers. Never make a car movie. Now a more de can't the ballot papers. But any more quiet. A more pass down one way in the room. Now we run almost a political because party agents no any supporters no I mean voters no or one directed to now we are police officer now we clear out our ballot to crap no more tell say and first we will over now more tell the there fast now you will say obi ATM na obi tia party agent for now to say the ballot the fake ballot papers are back make say fake ballot papers no back to now make it more than 10 now so ya dey because me can say make a party now if it a fake ballot papers na me for say ya dey one the say me no say back to kitabo now sir ballot papers no boom no enye presidential I parliamentary na parliamentary no omo mujina MPP request and NDP oil Charles Kwame Adams and NDP Raouf Abdul now ballot papers say we say the chair this is stamp na we say blue so I am green obi say round I am square I am way it's misunderstanding ni say fake ade omo pai bo no mo ko say ya comes no anase omo to abani ya ekoma MPP which is a report na he report dey no any other party bia won say NDP anase NDP and the man I didn't misunderstand the bus e say ana ballot box here model ko people say gumuni nia abato na ekoma NPP and na enabling the answer say omuta so mo pipeline no na omuta so na turu wo ho no wan so hu ya be plus so for me there yen see say obi kanisa anase obi hate anase say bio obi ewa na bibisa now so plus the NCBO now so nyama say you want say ballot boxes no be the ballot papers gumuni nia apartheid na so far no so omo make up voters no any polling agency party agency no omo ko bu do na no anata ho na no edema polling officers edi ballot papers no be room ejama polling officers omo yom se som kakra omo mu dina tent bi afi ewe tre so say a police for no be bem ema omo nya kwan akom akwa council okay so they may say a police for ni bem if you say
okay Sharon me enhwe eye ballot box no we phone na ekita wo de ya papa ni sesi ya mama hu eye ballot sheet wo mu amususu say no koma eye honorable Henry Cote eye MPP candidate no eye honorable Henry Cote why why na ekita no
because they no okita weli de ye hu na ni be on say the back on the system that it's no hu na then do omo mu tisi ni same party agents are mostly identify them because do no more kata no and I said do more kata say I didn't come MPP I didn't NDC dey the move your mama MPP if you do more kata no only say me NDC voters and I said make say supporters
NC summit was here abra na EC officials no eko no wo mo di moto e be block wo na ekita sa particular ballot box nana
because so yeah ballot there na o mo kita na so you do you know and they see de and I meet him because of him because I can say na me say no and then we say Omasia ballot box I say where you fake na the okita on phone it's Oma muti na sisu I can say where you fake me and I muti see me say me to Omo papa no and I say me kind me start me say more than 10 but then me say me no na after a common pa ba ko na e say the motive no to be ni bebre na no to common pa ba ko nipa ba ko ya me kan ho asem ya e na ma e di delay na say me ti me ho ase abaya me say a police for bebre e room to see am no ka say
okay na sabre no EC officials no o ba be address say that particular ballot box no part of omo de na ekita omo na na
yo me ba me da say to see the obi on the addresses say na me kan ni even pulling agents and I say officials na me no mo ka say say mo tent na sini ya omo ko mo ho before mo gran say say voters no and I say party agents any voters no be no e da tro mo amamo ra ho no so pa ye say a police from mo and e wo say o ma say so mo re ma mo ye bebre they say the bia e da so cool because voters are make come be do ha mo bro manka on the blue 1,000. I'm no case say. I'm not going to say kwan no huni no makaba kwan ni ya say. See I'm no case so so na kwan ni one way e dey ko.
Okay, and see EC officials na they ask wo na bambo adwumayefo no e bi ka ba bi EC officials ni ejina omo bo omo ho ban na say omo no so aba be fra edom no e bambo
So that this is EC officials say EC officials ni ya omo nchen say make way out to the hood and so we start to the hood and I police to form more and I say I'm no case so much na ACCC gate main gate na no almost say what we do now we say when you are road the basa ya ban ya stand with you with you now the say on try some that allow we only cars na make cars every ballot papers one room yeah many people be a room for the meantime. Now, police make us say, bear 10, yes. Manka, I bought 10. Almost now get I do today, almost a say, would be a room. Oh, the affair that we remember, almost a say. Bambo, I also, I okay,
Cheryl, officials no matter omo so kita omo ballot box na say so far there all the boxes ni nyina nya kwan ewura ba bi esese ewura collection center
beginning no mo ko some boxes na make no obi the boxes obi add the box and no mun ni pejani no we gani afa baby almost take it out about mo to tell you more but omo but omo dina say far so
no omo kita box
yeah, okay, so far, no, I'm not boss from the church. I'm going to boss now. If your officials are cool, I'm not saying some minutes that I say, if I ballot boss is in the jail. But make me. Hello?
Yeah, over to me, Cheryl, over to me, Nakasa.
If I told you for you, then I can say, beginning there, but I don't get some ballot because of the new in their person. You see, I'm not a ballot to pursue me away from. I said, this is a good best thing. You say, it's young and moving in there for them. Now, when I sit out, I'm going to say, the person who does it, like this, I'm a born by Allah. No, that's what I went. If someone is a thing, I think it's really a good to make a thing to the police center. So when it's a police center, that's where the police is got. We have a receipt of the case. The agent, the first agent, at the police station to have them. So that's why they are trying, so that we agree. So we are just beginning a police center for them to calculate and then do their policing there. They have just started a calculation program. Is it because of the chaos? No, they are returning what is not in the book. Okay, so again, after the chaos, we are going to find the paper. No, we are not going to find the paper.
If you hear from Mr. Namaye.
Yes, but I think to add a difference. That's the because of the chaos, don't tell me, no one is thought, if you take it cover, if you add the tower car home.
Hello, Cheryl.
Hello.
Yes, EC official no Gina on over to me at the phone number near the natural chinkobo.
I mean, let's leave the man about top of the cacao with me.
Oh,
I'm a fan.
come with some business, say, and you be a sa ballot box na ya papa, no. If you hear a part of a moody, be a na.
But let's a million or the food farm, and then the back.
Okay. When you nipa na nasa fe na wo
so okay. Good evening. If I tell you the truth, your partner ballot box is no good. And come the ballot box is some of the buy and I say I pick the leg the kind of people but when ballot box and they are putting down if I come the minute I come to say I say the partner in your don't to see anything but so far I'm going to open the look at doing officers with the room.
And to also any idea be about the yapino, because the yapino no, if I see who say every ifa and a baby more.
Dear, if you are taking cover, I can only cover the after Eddie if he I'm an baby, I may not be the bedroom. Okay, Miss Wayano was shown who so a day am I. If I come, I mean,
okay. You Sarah, I know, me patrol, Nimame, whatever mamma me, wabayano, Nemoye pa, and see a sewa, and manine, why you be Sarah, I know, and a day and semi a free Iowa so central, and by Nadia Coso, Honono, and I was turning for unity am I. No, Nani Gusua, a coso, a wanting a baby piano sono, or the Mayina, Yaswatsi, na Ebobo, Eho. No, some some na medium and one more pound say a bano easier, even see a far ballot boxer. As a Sudi Bebre, one, and no day say indeed we say a free electoral commission. And Nana pay me Kaiser somewhere Shanty region say not boxing the ornament, there be a pie. Into a more voting in the company delay, or more chance so I could say, easy as a son or son or Moshe or voting that's no. Possible, sir. You know, Sabri, I can see the more transport, say a ballot box, a coalition center. Yet say, yes, you will be the bishop, there be a mass. I mean, a moon near them.
Because, yeah, for two away. Presidential ballot paper, almost tampo. Maybe because I was number one, I had the privilege to see stamp on the by not a mono. On this seats once and I almost a BB ink numbers. Now, parliamentary, so I know so different stamp, I know so the assistant. It is a whole paper glue. First, now, bet check and say, oh, independent be so a durable. Your ballot papers, Libya, and yet proper one, and no year for training. It will be a party in the say, oh, when I would bet check. Party for us on the same no on election day and fact will come. As I said, Bay, a baby I had to about and one uncle who are no be a machine because near yet to know, also as a set. The same thing I said, and they do also no party, the end or no education. Yet the incentive, the party, the end until who pay a moment to be done. Oh, Yanga, general of head children say, Suswampa, way original, and I say for training, as I say, fake. Or moon, yes, and the Papa Muno, as a Sanka, Sah, near the Koya training, near yes, a young van church, as I said, Ben on election day, and campus are baby, yet to a banner. Oh, so yes, idea. No, ma, Udipani cobre, or who know. Then the chess and the crown also a year and papa. Obey them. Now, I want also what the was here and now the and the brand eka. And Tiwan, yes, idea now. Now, at that, yes, sabi. Yen you so dry. The moon your own barrier, or do so bad them. So, enti etoda yankasa ne yemma ye ho kwan ema niema bi wa na wo ma ho kwan say obi o ha agyeman obese ye hu ze me no na me na me ye we me na me di we ye ne me ye se na nipa ne bi wo so ya ye nya abotre kakra ye hu niema bi e betu ya verify luckily for us your security officers were around oh ye hu so osumasi ade bi da na kam ye nkɔ he ye yi ne we na ye papa na ne ye be ne dia ye no but all the money show some. No, we be pictures. Yes, send a car. asɛn nneɛma pii ehu wie yɛ no na ɛyɛ ne yɛde kɔ etu ni baako pɛ na nyɛ mmienu po baako pɛ si but ɛda ne kam ehu yɛ no wɔyɛ yɛ nya abotire kakra wɔni bɛba ahosuo no wɔse obi adeɛ wɔnhwɛ mpo a no wɔkɔku nipa no because wɔbɔ no wɔnim yare ɛwɔ no na okulapse no wasɔre bi wa yɛ nyinaa yɛ nya abotire.
Okay.
I'm saying, Osha constituency and why so I was so central. Yeah, 2020, DC wo Osha 2020 about a course na. No winning a Ura Henry Cotti and the Interior Minister. Vote out was 33,003. And we number 52.9%. And NDC na Udibono Abdu Abuzu ono enya 28,363 and which Homa 45.5%. Ntiene ye twen na si bisa se obi nim de se sesa se to aso na isi ntia say about a sita ekura MPP amanyo ko no ekura seat na ona wo Henry Court na seat no ekura no afi twen na so he vote onya ya onya 52% at 33,003. Let us say a demand voter turnout was 76%. As a month for Kotoya, na ballot vote cast was 62,284. Rejected 69. 649. And voter register population was 82,781. Into the last 4 years, seeing a trend in Ekoe, and there will be nipa energy. So, Oshe Amwadina, na sim Ikita, NDC MPP, Omana Amwadina, club by the branch, independent 625, and Gifty Hawa Hammond, Onusunya 263, and Charles Kwame Adams. NDP enya 144 until last 4 years no na say na I was central ni amount for bro na say na hotel nti say na koye nti ye hwese this year
since it's a shade of I'm up for as why I see you.
Baby, that's a couple of friends and unity.
That's why I see.
The couple of friends and unity. The Omoyano Abania Twewi Yakinkan Coalition Center. Into who I woke up with she has all the mood to now pending a county idea. Let me say, if free A, say free B. Say I can't free. Police station when I come out and got the motor to crossroad. And man, yourself is a quackable football. But man, the Quarana didn't change football. Football, there's a cup, this is where any win or lose. But a league match, draw to me. But Parliament, you draw them.
Passo.
See, I don't know how to say, and Tia sending you I was a year, and the Embran, so you queen, Munonia's son, you may be na Embran to be Fuma, a far patonia, no punishment, no, and yet human link a county idea because any matter of Famutu or support a Abnachi, and tis Abnachi and Kui Mana, and Kui, and as a min chip in Abnachi was a midnight pa. Because I'm not Casati, baby, or news, okay. Yes, in India, we call competition 9 years. Was
it before you were what said, okay, which says, and
Sir, Electoral Commission, any Ghana Police Service, MI statistics, areas are almost a higher hotspot. Maybe I need him say, only panic D, but to be up on Trimopol. So if we had these areas known, and then the air came out,
security.
What happened? Then it is because you say that area had a little bit of specific security measures been on the door. And ordinary citizens to me a block 20 minutes holding the security and the easy officer to ransom. That's impunity.
But look, it's a discussion. Baby, I never hospital. Baby, previous about to Ayatono. Maybe a good that could also know about the gym. What did they make us? Maybe over previous years, maybe a police for a assessment to a tour and yeah, BBC. But that could when me say na me report from various police centers no. Maybe as you I had excuse my language there. Me can't be home when for me it do there's a per assessment you know there be any security arrangement that's true but when you jump up to baby look with the for yet say competition here the Asante Achimnof na yemu kompohwe chikakra na say e balance ye ya ne say dynamics net see and e bia the yet no agwale no so menam na meti Asante Achimnof menam na metete honorable Andy Kwame Apia Kubi ono
Asante Achimnof MPP for anemi
votes no nyamu 25,009 and we drama 63.9%. And no me mienu eni gina ye NDC ni ono na ekompre no Alhaji Adam Sule Yusuf ono so nya 14,123 and we drama 36.1%. But independent ni be mu no the yet to say I'm sure na yakonya result for me ye die ni die ba say yisi akoka bi fufura na ebia the yet to no say competition who say ba ko report me kan so nya abotre say yisi no beka prince prince nya abotre yisi kan ba he trend na e ko ni figures na e ba na say very close se bibia nkosesa ahwini ya na change ekwa kobawo Asante Achimnof nti eni bi akiri pa se ye hwese nyina be ko na wiye no de aba no dosu ba nyina be ko na wiye no na ese change kobadia de kura kunya no honorable Andi Kwame Apia Kubi wana city ni ekura no nti se you got 25,000 and 14,000. I'm saying we people so bored. I na enyoma ba ko menu bi obu ha mentimi wase genuinely what no ho bi so a de ode tie ne ho no ebia na ye ono na pese me di bi se bia pese me kumnya so ban mi ebi ba bia se de fo me na koye no na electric na kwa afo kire se de oyeye no odi bi I think say for me say obenya 12,000 and over. MPP ni nya 10,000. NDC ni nya 2,000. That is for me 2020. MPP ni nya 12,000. And ye chi no do win here. Independent no. Ores yama nya 12,000 and ye chi. The 12,219 or so. And no do win here. And na NDC MPP no mo ni nya 10,000. And actually, and in this year 2,000 and of firm now. Okay. May see. Okay, you sabe ya kwa kupimo Ghana Telecom. Me patrol make me wakwaba.
Me patrol bitonka.
Wadawo mami ya be le gina hono ma wode ensemi free hono bre.
Me patrol me dey the person if papa akwanto. Patrol me kan say okay, central way almost quality center. Okay.
And then there also Priscilla.
The pattern is something every brain. This is it. I want to say, I'm going to say, almost say, party agents for all the every right inside because almost is the copia ever inside one. Almost as so many of the answer. And to say, we say, in Kokono, we say, party agent for no almost say car be a inside. No matter that I stop a car no almost the car no say almost be a car new boot go almost expect to say now almost this person be as a boot maybe. I want to say almost because they are responsible people. Almost yes idea no. And so definitely almost here and I'm talking on more. My say I feel police backup as I say military force up a and so almost air hamwa almost they know their right.
Hey, and to say no, a party agent no, and no minimum right here. Or to say be born, we see be boots no near the and I say a pulling a station agent and an ASR.
Me party agent for no. No, all my two pineapple to say, oh my car be a right side. Whether police or DP officials for no, as I say, if you put out on right side, I won't on the right side, not on my sim on bad neck your music. They are on the kind ballot to best. No, am I in final result? Almost today. If you cry on my gate them, and I police for no, and your macama on the gas and found inside.
Okay, to Sabre, a shame bay na beka a change you almost say won't be almost so won't be no. A post for Senya and I say easy for the debia.
I put it for actually, I might Yama issue for an area inside, issue officials for an area inside. Then so they can never get now, all my co get now, a private cars, the area inside.
Now, private cars, no, I hear for private cars from where? Individuals, the person over here, and I say, I'm free him.
The private cars in there, we want to come out of here because I put for actually get down there, almost a quick issue now.
Okay, yo. Na bambo ejuma ko no so no ehefo and the wohonum sisi aposi for and answer fire for kan ho.
E patrol si say a police for any fire and I see an on my family to go so on my account no mon pasa into kana e go so ha.
Okay. Enti ntokwa na between him for easy for no any party agents na say other the other political parties no more kuku no.
If you ever party agent for no any a police for no party agent for now omo pese omo ma issue e ba because no omo ka say ya bride e bi mo so omo ba original one na they are put inside it's no omo ki obia NBA the boot and so you gonna want to say omo dey boot get MOBia because any omo
okay yo any member jaw first la now the way near the city be could be answer so my okay so yeah that's a pa we so focus wa United Television decision time brother you
trend be call the entire me back to constituencies so okay central the ma trend be call ya na we suspect say being sacred be bana because we have previous one na asumdwe na chi no figures a ebe mu a na je say nkenu anu no we apart ya boama onya 27,935 and we 59.6%. Only part in the corporate sabre no ura Abdul Rashid Isa on no ne corporate onu ya 18,922 and we 40.4%. Nti ebi ehoyi di me ko ni say say so it is
what's a margin so
margin no na sabre ne na bi wo over 9,000 near Chirikakra. Oshe constituency na valid vote no. Voter registration was 61,862. Voter turnout was 76%. And rejected near 432. Nti Oshe kankwe if I'm putting away Kankwe Central. Yes, Country Central. 2020, say in a corner. Aboma FIR, Yanti Chuchu. When there are many Dr. Chiang Cracker said, baby, the Nansa Pena, seven say, yeah, no, I need no credit. So, I call election that maybe was I won't tear it. So, share loan be our coaching.
So usika bi ana wodi asie a wokotambaye wo hwe billboards a wo ye t-shirt in fact enura ni nne obi ani ho akọ election enura ni nne ya to abai don't spend anything less than 200,000 that's the minimum and you cry the cry ya abromo bi
logistics Ghana cedis
100,000 200,000
no like 200,000
yes and the feed ni ehun ya marketing no be a campaign over 2 years to hwe sa na mani nyina na oyam to make sure wa hwe adwo ne be about him enyam mresa
you can dey ampa
because to lose election pa na hwe enkanka na obi ba honorable ye wie bibia Senya nkofo be si aka ma wo yema
there's a lot of pass I honorable
honorable akaka kre bi the first so na ebeba na oda fom na obi koto aba na ye kan aba ni nyina wi e me kai pa tama MPP for 17 e ko presidential election Legon great odan go obi ye kan aba ni obi so bi say ye bo na de no obi so bi say no maka nya wi ye say onya ya no ya kan wi nti enya mmeresa this is the time I say adofo ni ade bemben obi so bi say ya toto ya bo results do bia collapse ye
minim sabada obi so bi say agro na awoko no
na onni
ya wo so mu dynamics e wo mu say meet me edinku ana no de ana mba wo
mu say wo ma mi nwu da no obi ma ndu abechi aka jense o enye hwe fa manya me if you say nyamba ni bi o you only have to experience it obi kan won tiase
na
won tiase
I dog I'm for in tram was adenta no mo ye I think the NPP omo election bi na man bi o call for Nasara president ono no so we near we ntomo baba no abijira hobi otani kum wow we trash and basic Nasara president as a day no nipa ni trash o mo transfer go no so sa the election the shock olusi the shock ana de ba no prepare so it can go other way and sometimes there's no signal that shows say you are going to lose.
Okay, my young cook is minting. Appear a woman, so yet to say to be to work with minting. Appear out and come and walk over.
Yeah, many about
you not was minting, and then I was so Sabri.
Sabri, you will facilitate constituency coalition center. Now, if what might yesterday about mobile about to it's in the mobile in there or by me actually or you're speaking you to the tell what today oh yeah well so MP of the way but also at the NPC now all context and a wide then we it's not what did that mean as a player it's like a sayano the quick is no routine in front of there on a gun shop you do so I'm warning go personal voice car voice no well BBI on number banana also was the center it's not what I'm a security force no now oh yes say so the way so it's no when you yeah I would be if no hold on. What's the coalition center? One of the course one my is a toy. Bambo Juma for been a toy. And I said the hard for and political parties naturally for be and a toy. Same planet. You know, a woman on Sunday chasing Jina my. According to information, political parties were fighting and also staff a blamable. Almost saying, MP exercises here in the area, and that's why it's so cafe. And then you have contact the MP and I will and I do to know exactly that the almost must say so ever coalition saying it's better to create one extra from more yeah, not so. It's never said of my warning so. I'm sort of less so. It's so I ever. And see, I'm what I that was the put la way to extra or let's say Kahina, it's just but you the inside a cook down no matter. Oh, it's a yen Yaka inside her. It's for the lady for it's say, oh, so that no one can go out. So they are obey to me.
Both political parties don't say so much more direct. A say incumbent MP no and are winning, and the other side no say or more parliamentary candidate or contested incumbents and are winning. So when that Eba Coalition Center where Emma Bambo Juma phone so Emma warning shots nana. Now, when you pan a winner, and also a mototo. Now, Coalition Center on a motor abobano, or motoban the same.
Oh, well, a coalition center, no, there were it's no good to know yeah, a deficiency and conform from Wabo and saying, oh my, your way inside has seen. It's what one a back directly to a mobile inside.
Okay, Sabi, you yate na one so why she ye dear Maya, that for any cost why dear chili. Said the music come on more to a bob and Miss Olympi, would you say inside Honoma? You see, you with us a pa.
No, come once a minute.
No, I say MP before.
But me, the me, you say, results, if you have a baby, shows a presidential neighbor, parliamentary asset now. The Akam and Shadam Koye, the sure say, we know good enough for MP will lose one cast now, when you be the womb bear cacrabi. And Tina may my say, your court 2020, no, Ura Prince Hamilton, Ama, MPP, 24,759. And now 64.9%. And a flip, Backman flip, Fifi, or also NDC, on 13,385, 35.1%. And a PPP, you know.
Covenancy.
The vision some entry.
No, I don't want because I want to have any Biana.
Hono, you said you know, asking to yourself. You know, asking 92,000. Also, some men number 1 to a mamma, so much see, this when you have a bad idea. Diana, a figure be a significant. You are 2 months there as well. See, Sada corner, and you work Nanka, say. Baby say you share a 24,000 against 13 there.
That's a lot.
Margin. And he said, BBC, dear, may I not make you say, and say you're close and this are chipping chain about because the Bona police centers once and my own coalition. You know, on Becca than Tibia. We were Hannah Market cartoons. That's exactly my point, sir. Coalition Center for any year, you didn't say, please FM. Say no, UTV say no, and Konya Kokamo, and yes, you're on your cocaine view. You're kind of that mentioned on a yes, also. Now, any woman say, and it don't, women say, it been so before election, say the way a DPC to do it was share numbers na edinechina na dream no so say you at the end no the results na unreflected the number of people are Owutu dinechina na fe amana is very agitated as a dog kind of a say campaign time na time now by election day time down election day no from 7 o'clock to 5 p.m. time down but you go campaign no better president we could do her candidate we could do her and I do better 10 we share delegate we share party faithfuls but election day and she share down and now we to be factor free campaign war tamale let me vote in war until the election day never to about there on no own to be good na say okwa to about nti election day wo ma dia ho na me wo na na konti wi a ye kenkan o de obe campaign ma obe yidi no eno nka ho bi remember say o rather mbotwa kasa say remember say campaign and to aba Owura Dambochi.
Campaign into Aba.
Okra MP. Because campaign into Aba. On no akwa to ni mu dynamics e wom. And then maybe I was say Jesus. This all of excuse my language say artist no be born na amam for sa. Enu win election. Ye. Na ebia aspect of family yam ko bobo we no e win election abro no ene form. But constituency bi I monitor Matisse Ubine and me versus a sanity adation. They ask my TV so. Ubi tike mana or to see capitano, no mutu na me film. And that was when me monitor her. Nana makes me different. The moment man phone for moving to a move.
Okay, and my young quacotia. And also, yet to say, it's to be so episode. I said, what not for it? What's the make a Mwakaba? Kwabena akotia to say research for you my a 2 to 1
It would be a thing lay a more part of ranch, you know, a collection center, GCD camp, and a collection center on a beautiful or Mukosha about one of them. Yeah, you need a Akikabu, or maybe a collection center, not a map to now. Or Mamma Yogi, you are working any working into a battle, of course, a name. Now, along any about police center, there is too much tension. I say, a Babuna, it's year NBC supporters, and it's not. Only a year, this is a big crime, Abba, a police center, be right inside. Therefore, when I am working, I may not be saying, no. There's a time I let you go to my obedience, you know, almost a mile, one year, a tea, or baby, anything about being right inside. Only almost not a moment killing a year as a way. Get her and Diane woman a year and idea gate. There's so much made the world you are getting. Ama adenokra agye police wa ewo ntemo ananti nti o mefre ndo vote e je wote o degree chief of ni brother kan o de na so eni akete meku o mote o mu ase a o maye o mejayama o isi we ni ko ahwe akinka ma no so ba police center a o ma to de danka o di figure ni never be board na o mayama ye ya ye wo ho no mo be ni a party and a multiphone asset local media person. So, therefore, a lot of any said that my avoid so every bar would say, I know the Papa Familia Benji. About the Tiana, a camp. Sorry, this of UC camper, and the one here only police center now. Thanks to the one.
Na dear pan or Mrs. say, cost one to Sabrino, and more Pamabo. Because meaning say, if we air police stations now, and on the bar collation center, one before cry, a be free air police station or no Macain. And you be a wood to say, or more day, but no transport say Abano, or more I who be and I send the city in Tiama about to Abamu.
Well, I'm proud of but needing for various police centers. We share any supporters of mobility, including the pay. So, part of Muslima, parliamentary Nepal is now, or Muslima, or Budia, that is another parliamentary candidate, and if you police or no MP. And now, MP or no SSO and Watia, honorable, we don't have to Onusima, MP or Tiso, could number NDC or parliamentary election. Now, after me, I found that say, we are for only it's a police center, and it declare winner. And our bra, a democratic young is 3 years to show monument million. A Mabuna, the board of Pinoa, breed. Now, almost say, Omayan in theater, a quite a year DC about the right inside the police center. Let's see, I want a new car of a person, the DRC, the Wabi Brown. I don't see no much man to what man around the next so bad between get some my as than it is your more end so which is a bit yet chance lovely chance you young go not as a more bouquet give pam to walk and clean here so that police don't cry I do almost say more and you say they are broke
Internet says almost to say DC number so a system and yes will be adding a new and a one casa so inside home DC be about the home.
DC yeah in the team many about being said a parliamentary candidate with Nama NSC you say Oba then Colombo meaning the piano to see I can't tell me Neno no mobuna mana ayana bofo kra eni omo tie piana kwat mi de drama so wa se premises na ha no a oba ubi bada believe tete enye so dia kra tete omo no mada ba kra wa ha
I see. Kwabana ye beja wonu akoso ade wani edi eche ne be ka cho se esro ya hwe fama ye no bi ankoto bu bi ende nche why ye be ko bi aso no ama ya so ate. Okay, we shall for eye kwabana ofori ne ete ne nka no and ensemi wo di free akotia ene ba. Na
akotia kwakwa so ndi area and wo hwe last election year course wa kwatia na je say enyo won say ayi Henry Yadobuachi NDC onya 19,899 51.5%. NS Kumi 18,742.
I see.
Due to it was close. Enti the day close is amo kwa baton di ma. Yes,
o GDR say ebe fa the amount.
Say apart from say be fa the amount no. And on the possibility of me to once be back on high. Because the king came with the county idea. Yana we feel so last year. He be to against you me. Because the big close is hard being over. No, then it is another.
And before election, when not there are about 40 seater. NDC Jeffrey NPP in SEM from 2016 to 2020 with vote which is either 2,000 or less. And the likelihood is a flip it back possible. And my NPP so they are close to 13 seats from NDC with vote margin less than 2,000. And then also let me flip it back. And you know one more crew I know the bet me I everyone said na say what we na say say obu on back say wa quality on one kasa ni vote e be say dey see do there if we see you are serious PC e chere say what to me on so be win and be lose into who say who lose na vote on e nurse one they say the best 10 and now say 100 be done there now oh you can see power leaving your hand at times no to me but also to me say one so be and one for vote to do biana e be sign the panel.
This is a procedure. The winning is 63 votes. 14,000 NDC 14,929 MPP 14,866. Do you have procedure previous election? There 42.3%, 42.1%, 63 votes.
The winning is one more than
maybe say no election. Yeah.
Now, what strategizing when you say, exactly. I mean, when you even 100 company because we the 60 year, we know the opponent, you know, also making sure say when you get 100, there's a possibility somebody to be there and because 60 something that's okay.
63. So 63 and never so to me and say vote transfer 63 days and a bomb more vote transfer meaning say na say dada no omotumi to mama meaning say the baby a metima dan and the election na be more strategy they win from the day I be a poll say yenye voters transfer name registration na they are done this one bomb crow yes 63 day need dan no it's
very shock no concentrate on say me contribute if me be about na the one so nya 63 say there be some yere mo here because e bia independent no nya 5,069 no e bia no anko Into what to be 63 or not to be so yet more which.
Yes, voter dynamics, in as much as peace or no play a key role.
Yeah.
The general presidential and the economic issue also, it also influences. And this presidential candidate in M1 whom at times and to me affected. We know that 20 it may affect parliamentary in 2020. The presidential not born home modern, but parliamentary being our more home modern. Doing so not to move in some regions like central region, but parliamentaries in Omulusi largely. And the voter margin now when we tell say the voters are becoming reasonable until you cannot take them for a ride. Yeah, train adenta one term reform.
So, son, a bit to us, a one term now beam. Adenta, the sure to be from
Anyway, says what's the super now?
Ever say you heard who's a dental and tie young colas a year near Denta. Now, Obi Peba, now Omedi confirmation about to say Adenta Echo Senya, Adenta. Adenta last elections 2020 elections Adenta parliamentary Mohammed Adamu Ramadan NDC 63,436 55.9 and Wabia Samoa NPP 49,000 incumbent that by young Kosha Adenta Kra Usha Adenta seat no Ayana Omoche NDC BD NPP
our down
yeah, the green. So,
until last week, until Usha a coma bloom 34K as again 32. Until Usha Adentano, we are 2016 NPP, we are 2012 NDC, we are 2028 NDC,
and it's 2004.
and 2004 NPP. Until Usha NPP 1, 2, NPP 2, NDC 1, 2, 3. Until you train we let us identify constituency by part of Medina until by 2004. And now almost started a cheap one, or be identify constituency until about the constituency be a flip. But since the say we about winning about 2020 now, margin no cost 49,000 against 63,000.
But the others
because I was 2016 34,000 32,000. We share 2012 35,000 against 30,000. Now what the better 2021 the other things na margin margin 2020 na pejai and nipa na okoma NDC e wini ye no ono ana ekọ na MPP sesan e de akosua e bae na NDC de Ramadan na and okona na eja kwabna dynamics bi say
the vice president factor
vice president na kontani and Akusua no so ye adwuma vice president office na owura Miami papa akmenu so na sene ti akwa press e koto the way no ma me wode nsuma so there is secret there my request dynamics e jack na ye no when chantro eno so na ekui we say ekoba ne sa hwan na kwakota yes I jama mu I say makunto kwa ne patam na mo se munya ya ne janse mo nkundi obewini no wini nti adenta to say we no ana odinti ye di akiri ahwe but 2020 no see ene call no and now the table over that and so on they say NDC di 1 2 3 NDC di 1 2 3 and MPP so di 1 2
At them, to would be back on where about
the conference level from MPP in Benya, as 2004 and 2008. We say honorable guarantee, a budget, sorry, and 2012, NDC signed everything here. And 2016, MPP budget, where I am about some more. You are begging for a small. And Yabon, someone so Tanasuka crab and Ramadan, about the things. And here, 2024 said Ramadan, we got the year, who's between a bed and say Ramadan, a best sign at Trasso said here, as she more begging fee, guarantee some now or Trasso at the point.
And him Sabre, ye call New Patriotic Party or Makachi or more a press conference into Yadai Honiako Nayakuti, do more my Babasisia.
This should be a guide for all of us to even improve and do better than we are doing now. But of course, we've been engaging, we've been talking for you, the media. You've actually lived here with us over the past close to 24 hours. All we are asking for is that we protect the sanctity and sanity of our electoral processes and our democracy. I don't think we're asking for too much. We're basically asking for what every single Ghanaian is clamoring for. But as usual, we have our friends from the NDC, their usual playbook. 4 years is here again, and we are going through what we always go through every cycle. Our electoral process is one of the most transparent electoral processes you can have in the world. And we don't have to do too much to ensure that we get what it is that we are looking for. And you see the NDC, jittery, extremely jittery. I mean, just a few minutes ago, we all watched a very unnecessary, very unnecessary, disgraceful press conference from the NDC. And you can see the demeanor, the high level of uncertainty, from them. They are completely unsettled. And it's simply because, like I always said, one, they were overly complacent. Two, they took the good people of this country for granted, and they assumed that once it is 8 years, they are coming to power. Reality is settling in, and instead of doing a self-check and a reality check and improve upon themselves, they want to inflict upon the entire country the damage that they themselves have brought upon themselves, and they want us to all live and live together. That is what we are not going to allow. And we want to thank every single Ghanaian, every single citizen of this country, both those within and without, those living abroad, for working together with all the institutions and bringing us this far. We encourage everybody to remain calm but extremely vigilant. Trust us. Believe us. This election is going to go to a very sensible conclusion. Nothing else. Trust the MPP on that. It is going to go through a very, very, very successful conclusion and a very sensible one as that. As usual, the NDC is doing what they know how to do best, behaving in the most irresponsible and disgraceful manner that you can expect from a political party. They are calling on their supporters at this hour. Elections are over. Your supporters were supposed to mobilize the people and get them to their votes, their polling stations, and cast their votes. That is what political parties do. Simple process. Campaign, encourage your supporters to canvass for you, get the voters to go to the polling station, cast their vote for you. Everybody in the full glare of the public, the counting is done at the polling station. You have agents. All the other political parties have agents. You finish, you sign at the polling station that you accept the results at your polling station. When that is done, simple process. Move your pink sheet from the polling station and take it to the constituency coalition center, where you have your agents there with the Electoral Commission. And what is going to happen there is simple. The sheets, the pink sheet that your agent signed at the polling station is being brought to the constituency coalition center. And that is where those figures are going to be put together and summed up. When that is done, the constituency would now pick the constituency sheets from the constituency coalition center and take it to the regional coalition center. At the regional coalition center, let's use the Eastern region as an example. 33 constituencies. All they are going to do at the regional coalition center is to pick the 33 constituency coalition sheets, which you have a copy, and sum it, and then move it from there and bring it to the center, which is the Electoral Commission here in Accra, and they put together 16 coalition results, and we have our elections called. And so it's baffling, extremely baffling to have the NDC behave the manner in which they are behaving. They continue to also peddle some falsehood. Somewhere around 4:30 p.m. thereabouts, the NDC held a press conference, and they are saying that the NDC organizer in the Ashanti region has discovered 500,000 ballot papers, which they claim are ballot papers that they have discovered being hidden by the MPP. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a complete falsehood. It's a complete lie. It's a falsehood. All we saw in that video is Joseph Yamin, the organizer of the NDC in Ashanti region, holding his own phone, having a camera placed on him by his own people in a certain room with no resistance. No owner of the room, no owner of the house, not a single person they met in the room accustomed, standing and having a conversation, cheerfully telling somebody that I've discovered ballot papers. Our checks indicate that, first of all, the room they claim they discovered those ballot papers are not even at the location they indicated. Number two, these are actually ballot papers that Yamin himself took to the Ashanti region for whatever reason. Remember, they had already given some of these ballot papers to the youth organizer of the Achimba Kwama constituency. The police had already issued a statement on that. We showed a video earlier on, and maybe before I conclude, I'll show that video, where the son of the constituency youth organizer of the Achimba Kwama constituency was arrested by the Ghana police. For attempting to stuff a ballot box with 79 ballot papers. These ballot papers were part of the ballot papers that you saw Joseph Yamin standing by. What had actually happened was that Joseph Yamin realized that he had 30 minutes for elections to end, and he had not been successful to execute that task that had been given to him by his party. And so to save his face, he all of a sudden goes on video using a selfie and telling the whole country that he's found some ballot papers that belongs to the MPP. That's an outright lie. It's a complete falsehood, and it's something that everybody should disregard. We are calling on the Ghana Police Service to investigate to the latter that video that Joseph Yamin has put out, because they are an absolute threat to the stability of this country. They do not show us the number of the alleged ballot papers. We never see it. We only see some brown boxes or brown papers, in the corner. They do not tell us the exact quantity that they have, because you have the deputy spokesperson of the flag bearer of the opposition party indicating on her Facebook post that they have discovered some 300,000 ballot papers. Then Joseph Yamin says 500,000. Then another NDC person says 400,000. So it tells you the kind of people they are and what it is that they are doing. Again, we do not see any MPP official in the video. So think about this. Joseph Yamin, for some reason, has magic. Identifies a building that has ballot papers, goes into that house, and there is nobody in the house. Joseph Yamin walks into that house seamlessly. The Joseph Yamin we know has a suspicion that there is a ballot paper hidden in the house, would start recording himself from the road before even getting to the gates, before walking into the room. Strangely, Joseph Yamin switches off his phone or his video, breaks into whichever house, opens whichever door, gets into a room, and then only begins to record himself inside a room. These guys really take the entire country completely as fools, because it doesn't just add up. The same Joseph Yamin gets into the room before inviting media. This Joseph Yamin we know, having picked intelligence that there is some ballot papers hidden somewhere by the MPP, will call the media, call police, and walk in there with them before he even put a video on himself. He doesn't do any of these things. Again, we only see him in a corner with a video on himself. Now, you've discovered some 500,000 ballot papers in an MPP stronghold. And then the only evidence you show us is a selfie of yourself in a room, having a conversation with somebody excitedly, telling the person that you've discovered some ballot papers, and then telling us that you are now calling police to come and do whatever it is that you're expecting them to do. We all know the reasons why the NDC are behaving this way. Everybody in this country knows that this is not the first time we are going through this. Unfortunately, as a people, we have to deal with being inflicted with this every single election period. The NDC are clearly losing these elections and they know it. As we speak, the elections have already been counted at the polling stations. Every political party has copies of the pink sheet. They know it. They know very well they are losing these elections, and that is why they would call for havoc. We are winning these elections as a party. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is winning these elections, and that's why we are saying that let's protect it. If we are winning, why would we want the electoral processes to be disrupted when we are winning? And so, I'm sure a lot of you recall the story in the Bible. I think it's a Solomon story. The story of the two rival women, where they went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and one of the babies are dead. Now the king calls these two women fighting over the living child. And then he says, why are you fighting? He said, this is my child, this is my child. Then the king says, okay, no problem, bring me a sword. This is the living one. Cut the living child into two so that you can all have a half of it. Now, you remember, the woman who knew very well that the dead child is said, yes, kill the baby. Kill the baby. Now, the woman who knew that this child is my child, and because he's my child, I don't want the baby dead, said that, my king, if you would please her, give her the child. All this woman sought to do was to make sure that her child does not die. But the other lady that knew that she was guilty, knew that she had already lost her child, was willing for both of them to lose their children. That's exactly what the NDC are doing. They know they've lost. They know they are nowhere near victory in these elections, and that is why they would irresponsibly call on their supporters to move towards the coalition centers to disrupt the coalition centers. Already, we have heard of incidences in some of the constituencies. We saw some on TV, where some NDC persons were somewhere in Dansuman, breaking through the coalition center and basically attacking security services. What is this? At the coalition centers, you have your agents. Why do you want to go and destroy ballot papers and disrupt the electoral process if indeed you are confident that you have won these elections? Why? Why would any political party that is willing and ready to lead this country, why would any political party that is very, very clear in his mind that he has won this election want to disrupt these electoral processes? We will not allow that. Just as we've told you from the get-go, throughout the process, we have blocked each of the ill intent of the NDC. Every strategy they brought into this election has failed. And we are going to continue to ensure that they fail at it. And this one is also going to fail. At this juncture, we are waking every single MPP supporter up. Wake up. Call your families, call your brothers, call your sisters. Go to the coalition centers, protect the EC, help the police protect our electoral system. Our democracy needs to be protected. And it will take the citizens to protect our democracy against this dangerous political party, the NDC. Go there, stand there, touch nobody, but make sure that nobody touches any electoral material. Make sure that nobody touches any security officer, and make sure that nobody touches any electoral officer. If anybody comes to the coalition center and attempts to touch anybody at the coalition center, you have our permission to touch that person because you are protecting democracy. That you have our blessing. And we stand by you for doing the right thing because that will be a patriotic action. As it stands now, our call on you is to collaborate and cooperate with these officers, electoral officers and security officers, and ensure that we protect the ballot that the Ghanaian citizen has cast, stood in the sun, some of them being beaten by rain and cast their vote. We are clearly wondering what it is that the NDC and their leader is seeking to achieve by these unnecessary and reckless comments that they are making. Not a single constituency as we speak has even lifted the hands of any parliamentary candidate in their constituency, ladies and gentlemen. It is a process. As we speak, it is just 9:54. Every constituency you go to, they are tabulating their results. They are collating the pink sheets from the polling station. When they are done, that is when they will lift their hands of the parliamentary candidate that has won, and the electoral officer there will now declare that parliamentary candidate the winner. It is then and only then that any responsible political party would come on air and declare and indicate that they have won. We have our results. We know all the seats we've won already, but we are responsible. We are responsible, and we believe that to protect the sanctity of our electoral process and democracy, we should hold on to our numbers and our results until the Electoral Commission declares at the constituency level. Then we'll declare. Throughout the process, from now till tomorrow, any moment that the Electoral Commission lifts the hands of any parliamentary candidates, that is from the MPP, we'll call you and we'll declare to you. That is what responsible political parties do. This election is going to be won with intelligence and not muscles. No matter how strong you are, no matter how much muscles you are, trust us. We are beating you with intelligence. And we are going to do it like we've always done it in previous elections. And like I always say, just as it is in the DNA of the NDC, once we are thinking and processing and using the due process, they are pumping, like they say it, and they are lifting metals. And then by the time they realize, they have lost. And then their followers will rise up against them. And then for them to hide behind the shame, they will call on their followers on the street. For the NDC followers, if you get on the street and the security agencies get hold of you, remember, you will be on your own. They will not be there with you. As we speak, Charles, the gentleman who is the son of the youth organizer of the NDC at Echuma Kwama constituency,
wow, Bifaro, and you so high. Mikatro, so Bura Bifaro Limited, dear. The one Corano meaning for day in Nabia was a free Coraya one and Nedia now big tea, and Tajo best shake. Callis, I would draw any Musai, 7 or the bed joining on the best one in Pabua and Cora school bags, and our face, one of singlets, underwears, night gowns, pajamas, about sign there, a typical wing, and
I leave all of us with 1 Kings 3:16. 1 Kings chapter 3. Verse 16. When you read 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 16 and you understand that parable of the wow, Bifaro, and you so high.
Mikatro, so Bura Bifaro Limited, dear. The one Corano meaning for day in Nabia was a free Coraya one and Nedia now big tea, and Tajo best shake. Callis, I would draw any Musai, 7 or the bed joining on the best one in Pabua and Cora school bags, and our face, one of singlets, underwears, night gowns, pajamas, about sign there, a typical wing, any day, the big now, into my bedpam, any bags I would draw you big crying now, so be a was, and I saw her said, and Koran, so I want more picture, and impeding for no man.